Alright, hello guys and welcome back. My name is Tony and this is Mythical Minds. If this is your first time tuning in, I'd like to welcome you. And for my return viewers, as always, welcome back. So today's video is going to be in response to a question I received on my piercing video that I made. And it was, what was my least painful piercing and what would be one that I can recommend? Now, my lobes obviously were the least painful, but aside from my lobes, my septum was actually my least painful piercing. I'm going to try to keep this video short yet informative. Now, cartilage takes a long time to heal, and everybody usually worries about that with their septum because it's thick, and most people think that they're going through cartilage. Now, if a septum is done correctly, there is actually a spot that some piercers, refer to as the sweet spot, and it's actually directly up from your septum, and it literally is about this height inside your nose, and there's a soft piece of tissue that's actually thinner than your lobe and very, very pliable. Now, that's what's referred to as the sweet spot. And if your septum is pierced correctly, that is the tissue that they should be going through, which means it hurts a lot less, it heals very fast. Now, the main reason why I would recommend a septum piercing is because A, very painless, B, it heals fast, C, it's easy to care for, and D, I can hide it if I want to. Now, big disclaimer, this is not to say that I want a minor or somebody to go out and get a piercing or get something and try to hide it from a parent or so on. This is for an adult or a young adult or a teen with parents' permission to get this piercing and knowing that it can be hidden. That's the main reason. Now, my job wouldn't allow me to have facial piercings. So, this one was a big step for me because I knew that I could have something that I could have down, put up, and if I don't like it or I'm done with it and don't want it anymore, if I remove it, I have no visible scar. Now, to flip my septum ring up, and it's going to be kind of weird to do on camera because I'm going to be fingers around the nose and such, but it's very simple to flip up and it's painless. It's completely painless. So I'll show you how to do that now. So hopefully you guys can see my septum ring. Okay, you guys can see it. All you have to do is grab it from the base here, and I don't actually even need to watch myself do it. I'm looking directly into the camera. All I have to do is grab it here and push it up. And I could actually wear it in my nose up all day while I'm at work, which is 8 and some odd hours, and I don't even feel it. It causes no discomfort, and at the end of the day, I can pull it back down, clean it out, do whatever I have to do, and go on with my day. So, it's definitely one that I recommend. And now to take it out, it looks a little worse to do on camera, but you literally just reach in, grab the jewelry, pull it back down, and straighten it. And that's all there is to it. So I definitely do recommend it. I think they make a really big impact. I think you get some really cool jewelry for them now. And if you'd like, you can make them subtle. You can make them bigger if you want, which I'm not really a fan of, but you know, the decision is completely yours. And also, to address another question I had, cartilage takes a long time to heal. I would normally say that I would recommend a cartilage piercing, but there are a few things that you have to take into consideration with a cartilage piercing. They take a long time to heal, they are more painful, and if they get infected, it could be extremely detrimental. It could actually cause a series of issues. So you really have to do your research and understand the care and upkeep that they take. Now, the reason why cartilage takes so long to heal is not necessarily because the tissue is thick, which, I mean, obviously that is a factor, but tissue needs blood flow to heal. Now, cartilage itself has very little blood vessels running through it, while, however, the tissue on top has a lot. So you have to consider this is the top of your ear, which is fleshy and much more pliable, and it's over rigid tissue, which has very little blood flow. So the outside may heal, but the inside tissue still has not healed. which is why you get a lot of discomfort. And then you're taking a soft tissue and a hard tissue and you're putting them over, and you're taking a hard object and pushing it through. The skin on the outside wants to move freely, while the skin on the inside, or the tissue on the inside, is completely rigid and doesn't want to move. It's a very difficult surface to heal. So while I would recommend many different cartilage piercings because they seem to be my favorite, unfortunately, that's not one that I would necessarily recommend unless you understand the undertaking. So, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, or if you'd want to know which cartilage piercing I would recommend, please feel free to leave it down in the comments box below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So, as always, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!